Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another inspiring episode of Insights That Inspire. And today we have a very special guest on the show. Her name is Rashmi, and she is an NLP trainer, certified emotional intelligence coach, and advanced life coach. And she is also an author of two amazing books. And through her work, she has helped many recruiters, coaches, and professionals discover their true potential so that they can reach their higher level and grow in their personal and professional life and in their career also. So Rashmi, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation. And I'm pretty sure this podcast is going to be super amazing. I'm super duper excited. I hope you are too.
Yes, Mohit, thank you so much for your invitation. And yes, definitely, I am also excited to share my journey and learn. We both learn together. So,
Great,
yes.
great. So Rashmi, can you just tell me, like, as you are an NLP, you are an NLP trainer, emotional intelligence coach, you are a
Mm-hmm.
life coach. So how your journey got started as a coach? Like, was there any turning point, in your life, which made you feel that this is something you are meant to do?
Yes, Mohit. As I mentioned, when we initially had a talk, I am coming from a recruitment background, right?
Yeah.
So, in recruitments, whenever we do our initial screening for any open position, we speak to our candidates. We have to really dive deep into their experiences, plus what we cannot see in their resumes. Whatever is there they have written in their resume, I can easily write, easily see, easily read, right? But what is beyond in their resumes? This is one thing which really inspired me to dive deep and understand how we can do it more strategically, more smartly. This is where I started exploring coaching and especially NLP, which really close to my heart. So
Okay.
coaching, what we do in coaching as coaches, we actually what we do, we strategize our client's journey from their current undesired state to their future desired state. This is what we do, right? Exactly, as recruiters, what we do, we in as recruiters also, we strategize their journey from their current and undesired state, which is like they may not be happy in their current job. That is why they are looking for a better opportunity, which is their future desired state. So this is a journey of
Yeah.
transformation. So as coach, when I wear my coach hat or maybe a NLP trainer hat, how can I perform better, or how can even I help other recruiters to perform better and uh, understand their candidates, why exactly he or she is looking for a job, what is the reason. Otherwise we will normally get standard answers to standard questions. Why you want to looking for a job? Better opportunity, higher salary. These are standard answers, right? But what is beyond this? What is the reason he is looking for a job? This is where coaching skills really plays a very, very important role.
Yeah. अभी जैसे आपने बोला, you see people beyond resume, like there is a life
Mhm.
beyond resume also. So can you
Mhm.
explain what exactly does it mean? And what are the biggest things which people miss when there's just someone on, based on their resume, or you judge them based on their resume? Like, what is that beyond people beyond resume?
Okay, very good question, Mohit. In fact, I really love answering this question every time. See, assume you have created a resume and I am being a recruiter, right? Uh, I received your resume, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you have written, I can read. But who is Mohit beyond those technical skills, beyond those educational achievements? What is Mohit? I want to know that. Now, what is that something which in which I am really interested? Your behavioral skills, your situation management skills, your leadership skills. I am interested in this because this is where people really, lack in corporate world. You
Yeah.
have you have applied for, let's say, for example, for a, for any IT role, for example. So technically, I know since you have learned IT, so you might be knowing those skills. You might be knowing Java, you might be knowing Python, you might be knowing other no language IT language skills you might be knowing. But what else beyond that? If you are targeting a leadership role, right? A team management role. So only your technical skills, your education, your experience may not be enough. What else you know beyond that? How you will manage your team? How you will manage conflicts within the team? How you will manage a situation if it comes with a client? How you will manage? So I am interested in those things. That is why I always say I want to know my candidates beyond resume. And
Okay,
this
so
is what.
these are the criterias like where they have to work on behavior skills, soft skills, like how they can lead the team, how
Exactly,
do
exactly.
they
Otherwise,
exactly
what is the need of scheduling an interview? Tell me. You have sent
बिल्कुल
me a resume. I can read it. I know what you have done, what education you have done, what are your educational achievements, what kind of experience you have, what salary you are at right now. I know all these things. Why
yeah,
will I schedule the interview? The reason is I want to know your those skills which I cannot see through my naked eyes,
yeah. And when
right?
you say like you help them to unlock their true potential, hidden
Hmm.
potential, or you can say, what exactly does it mean?
Okay, so unlock the hidden potential means let's assume if a candidate has come to me, right? He's mentioning many things. I can do this, I can do that, right? Through my smart questioning skills. Normally, when we do these initial screening and whenever we do these interviews, no, our questions are structured in such a way so that we can really understand and dive deep into the personality of that candidate, right? So that interview or that initial screening is actually, first of all, everyone should understand this. This is not an interrogation. So after finishing my interview, I always wear a coach hat and guide them. See, these are the areas where you are lacking,
Yeah,
right? You are very, very smart, very, very strong in your technical skills. But from this level, wherever you are right now, if you are targeting a senior position, these are the areas where you need to work on. So that's how, even as a recruiter, I immediately wear a coach hat and help them guiding their true potential because they don't know. If nobody will tell them, how they will come to know what exactly is required, where exactly they are lacking. How they will come to know? Tell me.
they
Communication, everyone is talking about
yeah,
communication. But apart from communication, what do we mean by real communication? It's not just communicating uh, you know communicating normal things which you have done in life. Are you able to communicate your thought processes? Are you able to communicate your skill sets properly? If I say I am very good in let's say let's give an example. I'm very good in NLP trainings. What do we mean by that? So somebody on the other side of the table, if interviewing me as for an NLP trainer position, definitely he would like to know what else I know apart from those NLP techniques. How I will be able to handle questions that will definitely come during the trainings. How I will be able to give feedback to my candidates, to my participants, so that they will not feel offensive, they will not feel bad about it. So, giving feedback is actually a skill.
yeah,
Getting my point?
yeah, yeah,
So, so all these things are very important for every individual to understand. This is not only about any particular job. I'm talking in general.
yeah. So let's say, there is a person who is doing XYZ job, okay, and he wanna get the, well, like, raise or something. He wanna get the high paying job, और
Hmm.
ऑब्वियसली जब कोई कॉरपोरेट में स्विच मारता है तो हाई पेइंग जॉब की वजह से ही मारता है, या हाई
Correct.
पोजीशन पर वो जाना चाहता है, उस इस वजह से मारता है. सो व्हाट शुड बी द स्टेप बाय स्टेप पाथ ही शुड टेक टू गेट द हाई एलपीए, हाई पेइंग जॉब और हाई पोजीशन इन एनी पर्टिकुलर कंपनी? डू यू हेल्प with this also?
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay, so what is the step
Um,
by step process?
See, if you ask me the step-by-step process, then first step is please work on your resume because resume is the entry gate.
Yeah. Okay.
You will reach to the interview room only if your resume will pass through that gate.
Yeah.
Getting my point?
Yeah.
So, resume doesn't need to be a lengthy document. It has to be very clear, crisp, precise. Means it has to be clearly highlighting what you have done in that particular position. Not that role, you have to mention your roles and responsibilities. Apart from that, highlight must be uh, your achievements. If let's say, for example, a person is targeting a head of business development position, right? So that means currently he must be at a senior manager position or maybe a deputy head level of position. So at this particular level where you are right now, what are your achievements?
Yeah.
How much business you have you have achieved for your company? How you are handling your BD team, right? So
BTT
all
means?
BD means business development. Since I'm giving
Okay.
you an example of a
Yeah.
business development position,
Okay.
so
Okay.
BD means business development,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So first work on the keywords of in the resume for that particular position, because
Yeah.
nowadays ATS, and because of AI, ATS is application tracking system. This is a AI based tool wherein what we do is we just put keywords, and through those keywords ATS shortlist resumes for us.
Yeah.
And that's how even LinkedIn is also working,
Yeah.
right? So keywords plays a very important role. Even if not all the companies have ATS system, right? Even if a company is a mediocre company or a tier 3, tier 4 type of a company, and they have a manual screening, then also keywords plays a very important role. Why? Because as recruiters, we are so trained that within 30, 40 seconds, we can actually get to know whether this particular resume is appropriate for this position or not. How? We just look at the keywords. This is the first step. And then we go through reading those resume, in detail about that particular profile. So keywords plays a very important role, right? Resume has to be very clear, crisp, and precise. It doesn't need to be very lengthy.
Yeah.
It is really not important that only lengthy resumes and detailed resumes only will reach to that level. No. Second one is work on your, you work on your visibility.
Okay.
Visibility means your networking. Then use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very popular nowadays in corporate world. Do you have a visibility? If let's say, for example, so and so resume has come to me, what I will first do, I will immediately go to his LinkedIn profile first. That is how people are asking for their LinkedIn profiles, what you have done, what you are doing, how much active you are. Do you have some newsletter? Do you post something, some knowledge sharing you are doing on LinkedIn or not? So all these things matters a lot,
Yeah.
right? Another thing is, which is very important, once you reach to that interview room, no, please understand now the interviewer is no more interested in your resume because he has already read your resume. He knows कि आपने कहाँ से एजुकेशन की है, कहाँ से कॉलेज किया है, कितना एक्सपीरियंस है, कितनी से उसको पता है. Now he wants to know, again, I'm coming to the same point, beyond
Beyond.
that resume.
Yeah.
How you have handled a situation means, so now at this, for to cross this level, work on the stories. Stories means your real situation handling stories. Because see, interviewee have to understand this, that why company will hire you. They are not just hiring for the sake of hiring. They are facing some situations, facing some challenges, some problem. That is why they are looking for some person who can manage those situations,
Yeah.
right? So ask yourself, will you be able to give value to the company? Because in that interview room, both are actually, looking for how we can give value to each other. Interviewer also and interviewee also. Obviously, you will join a company only if you will be confident enough. Yes, this company will add on to my growth, my financial status, my education as in learning skills. Then only you will join a company, not for the sake of joining.
Yeah.
That's how people are working. That's how corporate world, the intelligent professionals, I would say, they are working like this. So
Great.
if
It is
these
very
three,
insightful.
yeah, if these 3 4 steps you will be able to, plan and strategize, definitely you'll be able to clear the interview.
Yeah.
100%. And when in that interview room, interviewer is convinced about your stories, you will be able to convince him. Please do not fake it at all. Whatever you have done, in whichever way you have managed the situation, whether it is conflict, whether it is team management, whether even if it is with your boss, situation can arise, right? Even if it is with your client,
Yeah.
tell the story. And in this case, chances are very bright that the company may be able to offer you 10, 20, 30% more than their budget. It happens.
Like you are saying this keyword you have said this keyword multiple times, that is storytelling. So can
Mhm.
you just give any example like how any person can use this storytelling formula in the interview?
Yes. Now, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I had a candidate who was working as a team leader. I was recruiting for a department head position, right? And I was interviewing a candidate who was working as a team leader. Now I had two candidates with me. Both were working at team leader position, right? I asked the same question. I, created a imaginary case study for them, right? Wherein one of their team members somehow messed up, and the client is almost on the verge of leaving the company, as in their company is almost on the verge of losing the client. Manage the situation. One TL said that I will definitely, go and speak to my team member, what, know how he can do this, what exactly happened, or so basically his arrow was shooting only towards his team member, right? But another team leader, what he said is, I will analyze the situation. I will first ask my team member what exactly happened without getting angry on him, without getting aggressive on him. I will analyze the situation. Then I will talk to my client also what exactly happened. Listen to both the stories. Then I will analyze and compare the situation strategically, how we can manage it so that we will not lose the team member also, because he is a high performing employee. And we don't, obviously, who would want to lose a client, right? So I will work on a strategy so that both can come on at one platform, and then from there we can draft our future strategies. So now you tell me who you will hire. The first team leader who just blamed his team member and without even listening to his story fully, or you will hire this team leader who analyzed both the situations and then reach to
Obviously.
a conclusion.
Yeah,
Obviously, the second one,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
This is where stories works. Now, in this case, I gave them a scenario, but in most cases, these things happens. These are what we mean by conflict. How will you manage your team conflict? So take those stories, tell those stories rather than giving them a fake or vague answers. Give them these stories. They will be convinced, definitely.
बिल्कुल.
This is
And
what we mean by.
या आज के टाइम में प्रोफेशनल्स हैं, रिक्रूटर्स हैं, सबसे ज्यादा किस प्रॉब्लम या फिर किस चैलेंज से स्ट्रगल करते हैं, जो उनकी पर्सनल प्रोफेशनल ग्रोथ को रोकती है?
Language skills.
ओके.
I'll give you a very good example. I think then you will be able to understand it fully since I'm coming from a recruitment background. So I'll give an
और
example
आपकी
of a
एक बुक भी है, लैंग्वेज मास्टरी.
yes, yes.
इज इट
Um,
अवेलेबल ऑन Amazon?
Sorry?
Is it available on Amazon or something?
Right now, no, but soon it
Okay.
will be.
Okay, so where people can
So,
buy it? How they can, if they wanna, get the access? Or are you
okay,
currently
so
working on it?
I'm still working on it, but soon it will be available. But if somebody
Okay.
wants, then definitely they can connect with me through you. So that's not a problem
No,
at
no,
all.
you can tell your contact detail here also, like your Instagram ID or something.
Yes, I do have.
So you can reveal it. Like
Yeah,
you
it's
can tell them.
Rashmi 3 at the rate Rashmi 3103. So this is my
Okay.
Insta ID, and I will share it with you, and probably you can. I mean, with this interview, you can share it the Insta ID as well. So now
Yeah.
we were talking about that language skills. So
Yeah.
language skills really, Mohit plays extremely important role, especially when it comes to diving deep to any particular challenge, be it any professional, be it a recruiter, be it a coach, be it a client, whatever it is, whosoever it is. Now, I'll give you an example since I'm coming from a recruitment background. I'm sure you also must have faced this. Now, recruiter ask you, why are you looking for a job? Why are you looking for this job change, for example? What you will answer?
Most of the time people say like, because I wanna get more payout. I'm not satisfied in this. I wanna get more work, more like more of higher position, less working days. Maybe something
Correct?
like this.
Something like this, like
Yeah.
standard Ratau answer type.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Now, if I reframe the same question and I will ask you, Mohit, when was the first time you felt you really need to move ahead and look for another job?
It is a bit
Now,
deeper.
now you will think,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But even after spending 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, when you will answer no, it will serve my purpose. I will immediately get to know whether you are really serious exploring this opportunity or for just for the sake of कि ठीक है यार देख लेते हैं कुछ होगा तो कर लेंगे. Whether you are really worth exploring or not as a candidate. This is the power of language skill. Same question, but different power. That's why I always say language mastery is very, very important. Now, even if in our coaching profession also, whenever we get into one-on-one coaching, nowadays you must have seen very, very commonly in all the generations, people are saying, no one understands me.
Yeah.
Okay, you are also a coach. Even if it is a business coach, you are also a coach. You must be talking one-on-one to your clients. No one understands me. What answer you will give? Or let's say, if I say, Mohit, no one understands me. What you will say after this? Tell me.
No one understand me. Like, are you talking
I'm
about when they
saying
are
you are a
pitching the
coach.
offer?
I am your candidate. I am your
Mhm.
client. I am saying, Mohit, no one understands me. So as a coach, what you will ask me after this?
Okay. So like they are not buying the offer or something. This is happening.
No, 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 just like that.
I'm not able to fully understand the situation, but still, like if somebody is saying people don't understand me, so I will just try to make them understand. Like I will ask them few more questions. Why that person is feeling? Why no one understand? What exactly happened? किसी पर्सन से उन्होंने बात की हो, क्या बात हुई थी एग्जैक्टली exactly, और किस बात पर उन्होंने ये बोला कि उनको
हाँ,
ऐसा फील
तो
हुआ.
फर्स्ट जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इमीडिएटली जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन आएगा दैट विल कम, व्हाई यू आर फीलिंग लाइक दिस?
Yeah, what happened exactly?
करेक्ट.
Yeah.
नाउ if I ask you, okay, let's say you are telling me, Rashmi, no one understands me, and I, being master coach, I will ask you, Mohit, um tell me, when was the first time you felt like this, that no one understands you? When was
Mm,
the first time?
mm,
So the moment I will ask this question of when was the first time, he will immediately think कि when was the
mm,
first time, कि ऐसा क्या हुआ भाई मेरे साथ. वो खुद ही सोचेगा. दिस इज व्हाट वी मीन बाय सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन, कि
mm,
इट्स जस्ट ही हैज जनरलाइज्ड सम इवेंट, और is there a solid reason behind it? Most of the cases, no. They generalize it. No one understands me.
mm,
What happened? Do you have something when you felt like this? No one understands. And when you first realize that no one understands you, तो वहां उसकी वो stories आनी चालू होती हैं. And that stories will help you to dive deep to the root cause of that challenge. Possibly, the first statement, "No one understands me," will lead you to a situation wherein he will say that because I, being a very reserved person, I only don't open up. अरे भाई, जब तुम मुंह ही नहीं खोलोगे तो लोगों को कैसे समझ आएगा?
yeah,
Simple. Possibly his personality is introvert. That's where personality behavioral traits will start showing up, which are very deep inside after so many layers.
mm.
So I
And
hope I answered your
yeah,
question.
yeah. You are also you are also an NLP expert, isn't it? NLP coach. So can you
Yes,
just tell
NLP
me the
trainer.
importance of NLP coach for a professional coach, recruiter? Because so, like लोग NLP के बारे में सुना तो काफी सारे लोगों ने, बट बहुत कम लोग हैं जो सीख रहे हैं अभी इसको. So how
Hmm.
it can help them professionally in their career?
Okay. So, Mohit, first, we need to understand what is NLP.
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a very, very simple language. NLP means neuro linguistic programming, and I'll break it for you, right? When I say neuro linguistic programming, neuro means our brain. Everyone knows this, neurologist, or so people can connect, right? Neuro
Mm,
means brain. Language means what we speak, how we speak, our thought processes, right? It can be outside world communication, it can be inside world communication, it can be anything, right? And programming means how we are programming our outside event inside our brain, right? Now what happens is there is an event happened outside. Okay, that event, how it is impacting it inside, lot of difference.
yeah.
Okay, we take that outside information inside our brain, we process it inside through some filters. In NLP, these filters are, generalization, deletion, and distortion. Through these filters, we analyze the outside information. Okay, and then uh you know what do we say, we create a language out of it. Okay, let's say, for example, I'll give you an example. I think then you will be able to understand. Let's say you and me both have decided to meet at 4 p.m. at so and so place.
Okay.
Okay, I reached on time, exactly, even well before in time, right? You have still not arrived, and I have not even informed me that I am being late. This is the event that has happened. Okay, now I am being a very punctual and organized person for whom time is very important. Time is priority, right? What I will see, what I will that outside event, I will process it inside as this person is not valuing time. He doesn't value his time, my time. That's why I processed it inside.
Yeah.
Okay, and because of this processing, I have generalized and created a language that people don't value time. Okay, because of this language, my psychology and physiology both will get affected. How it will get affected? Since I have generalized that people don't value time and this person has not even informed me, has not reached on time, possibly because my psychology has got affected because of this particular behavior of yours, I may not even agree to meet next time. So you understand, because of one outside event, how my behavior has completely changed towards a person who has not reached on time. Possibly उसका अपना कोई reason हो सकता है,
Yeah.
एक्सीडेंट हो गया हो या कुछ भी रीजन हो सकता है, कार डैमेज हो गई हो कोई. Without even understanding and giving importance to all these reasons, I just made my thought process that people don't value time, and because of this reason I will not come to meet Mohit again next time.
Yeah.
राइट? एक आउटसाइड इवेंट हुआ, मैंने प्रोसेस किया इनसाइड, एक लैंग्वेज, इंटरनल लैंग्वेज क्रिएट करी. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट इंटरनल लैंग्वेज माय साइकोलॉजी गॉट अफेक्टेड, माय फिजियोलॉजी गॉट अफेक्टेड, एंड नाउ outside world is able to see a behavior in me. Okay, that Rashmi is very very particular about time. If you will not reach on time, she will get pissed off. No one will see that something has happened. Right. So
Yeah.
that's how we see behavior in outside world. Now it is very difficult to change. It is very difficult to change. But with NLP techniques, NLP has, blessed all of us actually with such a beautiful techniques. Yes, this can be changed. This rewiring of brain can be done. Okay. This is what is NLP.
Okay.
So, I hope I have made you clear. This is
Yeah.
little complicated topic, but yeah.
No, no, it is totally worth the conversation. So this is my last question, Rashmi.
Hmm. Hmm.
If somebody wanna grow in their career or on fast pace तेजी से उनको grow करना है, so what is that mindset shift, one mindset shift, two or three, जो आप बताना चाहें जो उनको करना चाहिए and they will see the changes on rapid pace?
On a priority basis, I always say stop overthinking.
Very important.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
Overthinking, Mohit, it's a disease, and you will not be able to realize when it will eat your peace.
Yeah.
It's a chain of thoughts. And trust me, these thoughts are most of the time, 99% cases, negative and just assumptions. You have gone for an interview, for example, or let's say, I'll give you my example. I have a meeting after this interview, right? I don't know what will happen in that meeting. I have met that person before, right? We are meeting second time, some collaboration, some business purpose. But if I overthink,
Yeah.
I'll keep on thinking what will happen. What if he will say no? My time will go waste. What if? So many what ifs. Please stop overthinking. The only way to stop overthinking is realize it that you're overthinking. The moment you will realize, possibly you will be able to divert your mind to something which is positive, because these are emotions. Overthinking, anger, fear, guilt, all these are emotions, right? and they can be managed once only if you realize that you are having this. So first
Mm,
of all, thinking, please stop overthinking. At least, actually, no one can stop fully. Realize that you are overthinking. The moment you realize, divert your mind.
mm,
Overthinking will not give you anything. That's for sure.
mm, बिल्कुल.
Okay. So this is one thing. In fact, I would like to mention. I would like to mention on a priority basis. And as we are talking about, good jobs, good career, work on your networking skills these days. It is very important. We, as recruiter, we have seen that references plays very important role. References can be closed much faster than a cold resume.
Mm,
If I refer you to someone, possibly you will directly reach to that interview room. But if you will go through a process step by step, sending a CV and this and that, it's a long process, right? So that is the reason networking plays a very important role. Bring your and build your visibility, not only on social media, physically also. Join networking groups, maybe Toastmasters, maybe TEDx, anything. Something must be there in your area, in your locality, in your region. Join those groups. That will give you physical visibility. सोशल मीडिया पे आके तो हर कोई बोल देता है. Will you be able to speak in front of people, in front of 10 people, 20 people? Challenge yourself. Do these exercises. Because ultimately, resume ने तो जो बोलना था वो बोल लिया. आगे तो आपको ही बोलना है ना.
mm,
If you won't be able to express yourself, express your achievements, your skill sets, your thought processes, nothing will happen.
बिल्कुल.
Okay? So these things are very important to start working on it from today only.
बिल्कुल.
Yeah, that's my suggestion.
Great. So it was very insightful episode, Rashmi. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much
much,
for
Mohit.
your time. It was really very
My pleasure.
insightful, and I'm pretty sure जो लोग देखने वाले हैं इस episode को, they are going to get a lot of insights, a lot of value out of it. And obviously, as you have already mentioned, your Instagram handle. So if you guys wanna unlock your true potential, you wanna get a high paying job, you are stuck in your career, in your coaching business, or as a recruiter also, you need clarity, you can definitely reach out to her. She can help you. She's really best at her work. So once again, Rashmi, it was lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for your
Same here,
time,
Mohit. Same here. Thank you
and
so
your
much for
energy
inviting
was
me.
next to level in this episode. So thank you so much, and have a great day.
Same to you.
Thank you.